Oh. Oh, shit. I always forget about the troops in Lannisport. And they're under attack from a couple of different forces, actually. It looks as though Lady Myrielle's vassals are even, you know, being a gigantic pain in my ass. Now these 700 troops are going to have a difficult time, so I might just dismiss that unit because they are so surrounded by larger forces that, you know, it'd be a waste, really. Oh good, I can appoint my own captains again. That's a lot better. That was a thing for ages and ages and ages and ages that I couldn't do that. Ah, there we go. Now I'll have actual leaders of troops. It won't just have no one because of stupid bloody crown laws or whatever. Oh good, the betrothed can marry. Oh, we have to be not at war. Oh, that's a shame. I could just swing by Casterly Rock, you know, while I'm with the troops. So sure enough, my troops at Lannisport were defeated. Hopefully, I can get them down to that little coastal area. Without getting beaten again, but yeah, prospects aren't great. Yeah, I've lowered those troops. It gives two bonuses, really. You have more people defending your territory usually, and also, you know, they're not going to get beaten loads, and we are losing war score quite quickly already, so makes sense not to be wasteful or reckless with troops. I say, watching what used to be 140,000 men now marching as 55,000 men. Oh my god, split them into different groups! Oh no, wait, no. That's, oh my goodness. They've lost like 90,000 men to attrition because they didn't split them into different armies in different territories. That's so awful. That's like land invasion of Russia bad. That's how bad that is. I like the idea of like having to select a plot from a drop-down menu when telling people not to back it. It's like saying, will you stop backing this plot against me? Which plot against you? You know the one. Well, those 50,000 the King's levies, I suppose, they outnumber the Lord Dales of the Dimmadome. They outnumber his army by 2-1, so they should win that war, battle rather, and they hopefully should win the war. Although not in a single swoop. Well, that one's only lost 11,000 men due to attrition. I'd like to know where the king gets his tens of thousands of troops from, because I certainly can't get that many men out from Dawn. Somebody is fighting a war to claim Red Watch, and if it's one of my vassals, then best of luck to them. I bet those Grey Cran peasants are going to feel a little bit hard done by. Duck Dimmadome's kind of stolen their thunder. You know, they're not the headline story anymore. Well, that swung it quite significantly in our favour, even if the territory occupation's not going so well. It's interesting that the Reach is all in grey now to show that it's part of the Iron Throne, when all of the other kingdoms are just, you know, as they are. Well, it looks like sheer force of numbers might just carry the day for the Iron Throne. Which is probably just as well, because there doesn't seem to be a strategic thought in their head. A little confused as to why the army has split into two there. One of them chasing a very small force and the other one probably going to lose that battle against a really quite big force of Westerlanders. And there's more converging on them as well. My god, the Westerlands, they possibly have more troops than I do, although Myrielle has fought off about 7 million rebellions in her time, so she probably commands a fair degree of loyalty by now. Oh, looks like somebody finally took care of the Grey Cran rebellion. Revolt, rather. Yeah, there's altogether too many troops from the Iron Throne up there. Don't know what they're doing. Never mind. Well, it's going to be a pain to pick up that army. We've got room for 9,800 troops on those boats, but there's 9,801 there. Oh, looks as though we'll be in time to help out the Iron Throne troops in that territory. So that's something at least, because it looks as though they're about to get pretty sorely beaten in whatever... Withers, is it? I think it's Withers. Yeah, there we go. That was not great. Oh, the Battle of Bushy Hall. Oh, but the losses were actually fairly even, so not the end of the world. And there's another 30,000 troops or so going there. God, it's all converging on this particular spot, isn't it? And, well, it was going pretty favourably for the Iron Throne, but now... Okay, so Grey Cran revolt is over, that's great. But now it seems to not be going in the favour of the Iron Throne as much, but we can turn the balance of this again. Maybe we can't. I'm going to be a massive traitor and just stick behind in Ivy Hall and wait for my reinforcements. I'm sure Robert won't mind. He did kill like 100,000 of my people just like crossing the fucking territory because he's that incompetent at getting people from point A to point B. So, I think a defeat and a victory? Yeah. Mixed bag, and we're only on 2% war score now, which is a shame. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we still have the advantage of numbers, so if we just make use of them properly, which I know is asking a lot from Robert, we can win this in the Westerlands. We could all but win it in the Westerlands anyway, but we'll have to capture a fair few territories back, I should think, but besides that, we should be fine. I'd like to know where Dale's at the moment. This was kind of his plan. Nobody knows where Dale is right now, it would seem. The Reach in the north are still fighting it out though, aren't they? I'd forgotten that was still going on. I'm not liking the looks of those 40,000 troops bearing down on the Iron Throne forces, but then there's 60,000 and now 80,000 including my forces to back them up, so these are some pretty big numbers we're dealing in now. Everything seems to have escalated. I wonder if the newer version has just more troops in it, in general. So, expectedly not going brilliantly to begin with. That was the old blood sacrifice for killing someone thing. Now, that was kind of weird because I sort of immediately left the territory upon entering it because none of the reinforcements were there. It would have just been me on my own. And then just strolled back in. That was, yeah, I don't know what I did there. I was a bit non-committal about that whole conflict. And I'm a little reluctant to chase after the Westerland's troops when I don't know what the Iron Throne troops are gonna do. But yeah, the hooded man thing where you maim yourself in return for killing someone, I can't even quite remember who I'm trying to assassinate at the moment, even if I even am, so yeah, not going to make that particular sacrifice because it shortens your character's lifespan and also reduces their martial ability. I kind of have to get out of the way of the Iron Throne troops as well, because they pretty much insist on having everyone in a province die of attrition. And I'm not quite sure what they're planning on doing next, because they just went to Redwater Keep from Reading, and are now going back to Reading from Redwater Keep. The Westerlands troops are right there for them to attack, and they don't seem too fussed about it. So they've now gone to Golden Grove from Reading, and I believe are now heading to Reading from Golden Grove. I'll keep an eye on that. I sincerely hope that the AI isn't bugged on that, although it kind of looks like it is. Oh good, fuck your sirs. Oh, that's a nice option. But no, I will I will choose to become a knight because the long-term advantages are much greater than 50 measly prestige. I'm quite surprised that refusing to become a knight affords you any prestige, but there you go.